Welcome to another episode of Streamline by 42 Agency. Streamline is a first principles video series with practical insights for B2B SaaS performance marketers. A lot of people are creating their own categories to differentiate their product in crowded markets. In this video, I will tell you 3 reasons why this is probably not the best idea for your product. First, category creation is not really what most marketers think it is. Categories are not something we can create. They're actually the opposite. Categories are the mental shortcuts that help us understand our world. They're about belonging, classification, and shared meaning. If I create my own category without thinking about a social context of what the market is requiring, no one will actually get it. Building a new category is a process that involves listening to the market and identifying a new problem or a new way to describe a problem that people have. It is not about the vendors. It's about the problems that we have in the workplace and how we describe them, how we think of them, and how we explain it to others. So basically, category creation is not really something you can do. It's not really about you. And it really only makes sense to build an entire new category if it makes sense for people, not the other way around. Second, category creation is missing one fundamental component: market adoption. The marketing step-by-step process we follow when we're building a new category goes something like this. First, listen to your audience and find ways to differentiate your product in your category. Second, explore analyst reviews and software marketplaces to make sure this is a new category. Third, build a clear product statement in that category you're creating for your product. Fourth, do a lot of marketing for this new category in this product that you are positioning. Fifth, redesign your product's experience to match the category you're building. And sixth, and ultimately you win, right? You win in your own category. In our experience, however, this is not enough. You still need to wait for people that are buying your product or similar products to describe their problems using this category you created. That means your buyers, your potential buyers, need to think about their problems in a new way, not the way they have always done it. And that is very difficult. Actually, you can spend a lot of money building your own category and still not make it. Third, building a category is very expensive. Everybody knows that the B2B SaaS market is going through a rough patch these days. Lots of companies are reevaluating all of the software that they're using. They're reducing costs. Churn is at an all-time high. It's a difficult time for B2B SaaS products and for B2B SaaS marketers. Building a category actually requires your internal teams to rebuild a lot of the things that they have already done. You might have to start all over again or update a lot of your SEO practices and SEO content. You might have to rethink how you're going to start working on your thought leadership content. You also might have to do a lot of PR. If you haven't done PR, you have to start it. If you have done PR before, you have to change the angle and try to position this new category. That's super expensive. You have to also do the positioning and messaging all over again, the website, the product, the emails, everywhere. You have to change everything in performance marketing. Your advertising is going to have to change. The messaging, the copy, maybe the creatives will have to be updated. The product, the features, the language, basically everything has to change when you're building a new category. And this is something that takes a lot of time and a lot of money. So, how can you differentiate your product without having to build an entire new category? Well, there are many ways. Here I'll tell you a couple. Make sure your marketing operations and technologies are flawless and actually work. You would be surprised how often we find internal systems and all these lead capturing technologies that aren't really orchestrated internally. So maybe an MQL means something for sales, but not the same thing for marketing, which is terrible. So please be sure that you do that first. Create that shared language between all of the departments in your organization so you understand who is doing what in your pipeline and how to communicate with them. Second is to work on differentiating your product without reinventing the wheel. People already know what their problem is. You don't have to give them new language to explain what their problem is. What you need to do is try to be a helpful brand for them. You can create resources to help these people solve their problems, and you can actually start building a relationship that is more than just transactional. Third, make sure your product's experience is absolutely awesome, that they actually love using your product. And of course, make sure that when they have problems, there are people there that are willing to listen to their problems and actually help them solve them. Do not send them to an automated chatbot that might solve their problems. Like, that might work for certain companies, but maybe not for every company. And make sure that your customer support or customer experience teams actually are doing their job properly. The better you know your customers, the better you can communicate with them and solve their problems. And people do notice when brands put an effort to do that. So you can differentiate yourself there. If you're really into category creation and want to learn a bit more, please be sure to check out our full essay. The link is in the description box below. And if you have any questions, please let us know in the comment section below. See you in the next episode of Streamline by 42 Agency.